Hello, welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Mike Pringley. The need to feed seniors in Northeast Florida is bigger than ever, especially with inflation taking a toll. So as we think of helping others during the holidays, there is an organization that is making a difference year-round. So I'm here with the Executive Director of Pie in the Sky Community Alliance, Malea Guiriba. Great to be with you.
Great to be here.
I mean, having you in the studio, you know, that makes my day.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's a pleasure.
I love what your organization does. You do so much for the community, one of the shining lights. Tell us, though, first, for those that know, Pie in the Sky, how did your organization start? I love this story.
Well, I was working as a domestic violence advocate down in Hastings, a little farming town 17 miles west of St. Augustine, and came across some farm workers who needed some help. And they didn't get funding for my domestic violence program, so I wanted to find a way to stay and help people who fell through the cracks. So I was sitting in the restaurant one day, the only restaurant in town, and I said, I think I'll make pie and open up a pie shop, and I'll use the money to help people. And so without ever having made a pie in my life.
No way, okay.
Yep, that's what I did.
You just made do with what you had, made a pie. And I heard this pie is not just, it's exceptional.
Well,
the story
that's
goes.
what
That's
they
how
tell
the legend
me.
is in
Yeah,
Hastings.
the legend.
We know about
I like
Malea Guiriba's pies.
Well, they got us a law. We worked on a budget of $2,000 for the first 3 years, mostly from the sale of pies, and that was almost 14 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So making a huge difference, and it started with the pie. So tell us, and this is really concerning to me, you know, there's a bigger need than we all realize for folks that really, they're wondering where their next meal is. And tell us more about that. Why is the need bigger than we think as far as feeding folks in Northeast Florida? Well,
a lot of people don't think about senior citizens. You know, you see kids, and there's certainly a lot of needs on the First Coast, but seniors are sort of they call them the invisible hungry, because they don't go out and ask for help, and they're just kind of tucked away. And in St. Johns County, they're really tucked away in some places that you would never even imagine.
You know, you're thinking St. John's, one of the wealthiest counties in Florida, and we've got a big problem here, and you're filling a big need. So how is your organization keeping up with the rising costs and the inflation? I mean, the average family just has trouble meeting those bills and making the bills payments nowadays.
They do. Well, most of our seniors live below the poverty level, which is $21,000. Most of our seniors make about 15, mostly from Social Security. Housing costs eat up more than 70% of that income, so they're what's called severely over rent burden, and they don't get, you know, they might get $11 in food stamps, and with the price of eggs going from $3 to $9. Yeah,
just when I go to the grocery store, I'm shocked at the sticker price. So, I mean, the produce prices and produce is up as well.
Yes, we purchase fresh produce for our seniors. We deliver to them a big bag, usually with 8 or 10 items every 2 weeks, and our produce prices have gone up 34% in just the last year. A case of tomatoes went up from $43 in November to $56 in December.
Okay, so we have big challenges ahead. I know we've been successful in the past, but as we look to the future, we really need help. How is the Tegna grant? Tegna basically owns our TV station and over 60 stations across the country. How has our station or the Tegna Corporation helped you?
Well, we've been recipients of the Tegna grant for, I think this is our 3rd year, and to purchase our produce, it's about 87 cents per pound per senior. So the Tegna grant purchases almost 3,000 pounds of food. That's a lot.
Yes.
And that'll feed, you know, 400 seniors. So every little bit helps. We currently serve 537 low-income hungry seniors, but there's another 537 out there and more.
Ooh, okay, yes, quite staggering statistics trying to help feed everybody. So I'm proud that Tegna is helping a lot, but we still need more help. Let's get the shout out going here. What can we do to get involved and help our seniors?
Well, like every other nonprofit out there, we need money. That's what we depend on. We've been a grassroots organization. We keep our Our overhead's small. We're at 90%, so 90 cents of every dollar goes toward the purchase of that fresh produce. And we're run solely by volunteers other than myself and one other staff member. 80 volunteers on 37 routes, driving more than 30,000 miles every year. But our big goal for the coming year, after going through these last 2 years, is to make sure our seniors never feel the pinch from us. If they're always getting 2 tomatoes from us, we want to be able to always purchase those 2 tomatoes, so that they, because they're feeling the pinch elsewhere, and that's what they tell us, is they need more produce from us to make up for what they can't get because of the 15% inflation. So every dollar counts.
It does count a lot. Okay, and so how can folks find you to help out?
They can visit our website at pieinttheskystjohns.org, and there's a whole bunch of donate buttons on there. And we're happy for, I have one lady that sends me a $7 check every month. So no donation is too small, and really none is too big.
That's for sure. Well, Malea Guiriba, thank you so much for all you do in the community and your organization, Pie in the Sky Community Alliance. Time to help out, yes, and this is a year-round thing for sure. And of course, for much more on how to help out, just head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.